Make sugar trade-offs. Balance sugary foods such as cakes, pies, and pastries with those that have less sugar. Remember, if you stay on a calorie budget, you can enjoy them within your calorie limit for the day.
Think about your carb counting as if you had a bunch of money. If you had a food calorie allowance of 2,000 calories, you have 2,000 to spend on a daily day. If you spend more than 2,000 calories a day by eating too much, you are overspent and have created a deficit. Go 50-50 and cut calories in half. Share a dessert or a snack with a friend. I love to follow the 1 and 2 finger rule. 1 finger width for cakes and 2 finger widths for pies. It's the only way you can really keep what you enjoy in your lifestyle. Fab, let's show our viewers how to make a great dessert that has just enough sweetness to satisfy.
Well, today we're going to do sweet potatoes in 2 ways. Sweet potato pie and sweet potato pound cake.
And you got 2 sister girls who love their sweets.
Yeah, you know that's real Southern. And we're going to do it right.
But the healthy way.
The healthy way. I start?
Yes.
All right. We're going to make a sweet potato pound cake. And, of course, we're going to use fresh sweet potatoes. But before we get started, we're going to cream our butter into our bowl. And this is a low-fat butter. And I'm not using all of this. We just need a cup. And we're going to cream it. Now, Ronise, let me use that little gadget you got over there.
I love this because it's going to whip you up real smooth.
Let's whip that up real good. And we're going to whip this until our butter creams. And it creams and creams and creams. As it's doing that, we're going to add our sugar. We're going to cream all that together.
All right, we got to get some liquid going on in here.
I'm telling you. Egg substitute. Not real eggs, but egg substitute. And we're going to add some more sugar to it. This is brown sugar.
Butter Splendid Blend. Half the calories.
All right. You know what? My mom used to whip all this stuff by hand.
You want to do it by hand?
You know what? I don't know. It seems like that hand action worked better than these little gadgets we have up here.
Sometimes they work.
Sometimes they don't. Let me whip it. Let me whip it.
Whip it, baby. There
All
you go.
right. Now, see, now we're getting some action. Now we're going to add our flour to the mixture. It's already been sifted. Once we add our flour, and now we're going to add a pinch of salt. Is that a pinch? And we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. And we're going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon and nutmeg.
You know, they say aromatic spices help you with your diabetes.
And we're going to have a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to put 2, because, you know, I like a lot of flavor.
All right, we got our aromatics in.
It's looking
And our
pretty
flavor.
good. Now we're going to add sweet potatoes. Now, what I do with my sweet potatoes, I bake them. A lot of people boil them. And I put my sweet potatoes in last because I don't want them to be all too mushy, because I want you to be able to know that you're eating sweet potato pound cake.
You lose your nutrients in your water, too, when you boil them.
So we're going to add our sweet potatoes. And we're going to stir them up. See how that looks? Now, if you like Ronise and like yours nice and smooth, you can smooth the sweet potatoes in. But I like mine a little lumpy. That's what I'm looking for. Lumpy, so when you bite into it, you know you're biting into sweet potatoes. Now what we're going to do, we're going to spray our pan with nonstick spray. And these are real decorative bundt pans. And now we're gonna add the mix.
Help you out.
Yeah. To our pans.
You fill it up about 3/4 of the way full so they won't rise too high. And you bake it in a 350-degree oven for about an hour.
Well, about an hour with the 4 of these. And you don't have to use all 4 of them. All right, Ronice, I'll finish this up. What you got over there?
We're going to do a low-calorie sweet potato pie for you today. And we're going to take my whisk,
Your gadget.
my gadget, and we're going to add our egg beaters to this. Now, the more liquids you add to this, it will make the whisk work better. We're going to add some low-fat evaporated milk, some low-fat butter, and we're going to add only half the sugar. Now, normally, a sweet potato pie calls for about 1.5 cups of regular sugar. We're going to use Splenda Blend, which is 3/4 of a cup, because you don't have to use all of that. And we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice to it just to keep the potatoes bright in color. That's for the function of vitamin C.
And that's a trick, because a lot of times people make sweet potato pies, and when you add the cinnamon and nutmeg, it turns it dark. But if you add some lemon juice as you mix it, it will definitely keep the sweet potatoes orange. Hey, that's working better for you.
Yeah, my sweet potatoes pies are really light and smooth with this. And all we have to do now is add 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. As we said earlier, aromatic spices do help with diabetes. Some nutmeg, and we gotta always add our vanilla flavoring. That's about 1 teaspoon of that. We hit it one more time.
Just be sure to have it in the bowl before you cut it on. You make a mess if you don't.
There we go.
That looks good.
We're done with that. And we're gonna take an ice cream scoop so we can have portion control. That's all she talking about is portion control. And we're gonna pour our sweet potato mix right into our shell and bake it and garnish it. When it's done, garnish it with a pecan.
And guess what? Everybody has their own individual pie. Portion control, just right.
It follows that 3-bite rule.
Ronice, these sweet potatoes are the bomb. We hope you try them.
Always remember, it's not about eating good. It's always about eating well. For detailed recipes and more information, visit us at ebonynutrition.org.